Come on, city, sing this song once more. We are the lads from
the Welcome. Sponsored by Borough Sports, the principal sponsor of Birmingham City Football Club, the Garrison Coffee Company, Blues Trust. Welcome to our new friends, and SAS Autos, supporting PTSD and lots of other local charities along the way. We have got a win to talk about tonight. We've actually got a win to talk about tonight. Can you believe it? Isn't it funny how it lifts your spirits, just those three little points?
Oh,
Today we're joined by the one and only Mark Adams.
Hello, everybody.
A.K.A. Mr. There he is, all robed up and ready to go. And, of course, the one and only Mr. Paul Hipkiss, memory bank himself.
Evening all.
Are you all right, Paul?
I'm good, mate, you?
Excellent.
Always
And, of course...
always happy when we win.
Yeah, too right, mate. The one and only Mrs. Brown.
Good evening.
And the star of the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Jez McDonough from FanCam.
Hello, everyone.
Who are you? And, of course, we are joined, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Belgium tonight. Belgium. Overseas. He's joined us from overseas. I can't believe it. The one and only Radhi Jaidi.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, good to see you, mate. You all right?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're looking as fit as a fiddle, man.
Oh, no chance. You know, I was speaking earlier. I have the African knee, so I'm counting my steps now.
How old are you now, Radhi?
I'm 45.
45.
Don't say 21.
Over 30. Look at him, all nicely spruced up with that lovely hair and everything. Blimey, it's only what we're in for a treat tonight. I bet the ladies are swooning there already. Sorry, ladies and gents, boys and girls, I'm in a good mood tonight. We won a game. Hallelujah. Mark, what do you reckon?
I was chuffed to bits with that, to be honest. I didn't expect it. I thought a point would have been about, before the game, I'd have took a point, but no, we pulled out back.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I was over the mood for it. I was just expected to at least get a point or something out the game.
Nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, I was chuffed a bit, so I deserved a drink after that win on Saturday.
No, you deserve a drink after all the other results, mate.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Paul? Quick analysis on the game, then.
Yeah, thought we were well worth the 3 points. I thought Harper in midfield with Gardner was excellent. That really worked well. And I did feel that one of the officials' poor decisions in the EFL went our way for a change, because I didn't think that was a red card on their player, if I'm being brutally honest.
No,
but,
it wasn't.
No, we'll take it. And, even when we had 11 men and they had 11 men, we were still the better team. So, overall, for me, well worth the 3 points. And it felt great when Hogan puts Bella's cross in. But that's what you got to do with Hogan. You got to get the ball in. He loves that diagonal ball into the box.
Two up the top, Paul. Two up the top. Two up the top. It made a difference.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hogan was on his own, to be fair. But, the diagonal ball going in to him from wide, it happened at Bournemouth as well for the one goal when Sanchez put it in with the diagonal ball and Hogan headed it in. And you just got to give him the service, and he'll put the ball in the net.
Right. Yeah.
But
how nice is it to celebrate a win, though, for a change? My goodness me. Now, tomorrow's going to be a tough game. Tomorrow night is going to be a toughie. Norwich, they are flying at the minute. My goodness me. Can we pull something off there, do you reckon?
I think so.
We did. Yeah, play like we did Saturday. Then why not? We just got to get rid of this home. We just got to get rid of this home hoodoo, haven't we? I think the one thing that's made a big difference as well, and Harley Dean mentioned it in his interview after the game, was the sign that was put up outside the training ground by one of our fans, which I want to say, well done for, because that's made a big difference, Because they've got no, it can't be easy for any players playing for anybody. I mean, Radhi, what's it like in Belgium at the moment with no fans? It can't be easy for the players going out there when they're used to playing in front of thousands.
Yeah, it's not easy in general for all the players who's been out there, and it's difficult. It's difficult. We obviously as a former player, of course, but the players in general, they need that little push from the fans, and it's very difficult to find that energy. find that desire. Obviously, it's difficult timing now. We just need to hang there, and just going back to the result that the night was positive for Birmingham. When people start obviously to losing that confidence. So with that win, that will bring the confidence back and little release for the players to go up again and compete. And Norwich will be the best opportunity to bounce back and get out from that dangerous zone.
It's really true though, because like as fans, we feel better this week than we did last week, and the week before, and the week before, and the week before, and the week before. Last we've got some positivity, and it was literally like a weight being lifted off your shoulders on Saturday when that final whistle went.
Yeah.
We've scored. We've won a game. Come on.
Yeah, it was a 6 point, wasn't it? It was a 6-pointer, and we won it. So I just hope now we can kick on and start to get some sort of consistency. And for me, Harper in midfield made a huge difference. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah, he was impressive, wasn't he? I thought he was good.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Definitely. But the thing is, though, as well, Paul, going back to that, you talk about consistency. I think people forget, however poor we were last season, we did actually go on a 10-game unbeaten run round about now. So there's no reason why we can't do it again. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me. It's going to be very tough tomorrow, but all of a sudden, 3 points Saturday, and I'm quietly confident tomorrow.
Sheffield,
don't know why.
Sheffield were poor though, weren't they? Come on, we've got to admit it.
They were.
They only played as well as we let them because they've been on a good run lately.
Yeah. Is it too early to get the disco bus out?
Much too early.
Yeah, a bit too early for that, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, put the batteries on charge, Paul.
Depends what he's been using.
Radhi, you came to us really during a very successful period. What was it like at that time? Full stadium, 30,000 Birmingham nutters. It must have been absolutely awesome on that field.
Yeah, amazing. I had a really good 3 seasons in Birmingham, and they enjoyed every single minute. If you remember, I came from the first year. I came from the Premier League, obviously from Bolton Wanderers. Obviously, I knew that I won't play every week with Sam Allardyce because he wanted a different approach. So I decided to go to Birmingham and obviously help the club, to go back in the Premier League, and we achieved the objective that year. But what a hell of a journey we had that season, and what a great team and squad we had, mixed with a lot of energy, a lot of young players who are ambitious, but also we have some experience as well, and we achieved the promotion. But the atmosphere in St Andrews is something that I never forget. The fans always demanding, the fans always supporting the team and behind our back, and that's why I'm trying to explain, these rules of lockdowns and the COVID-19 rules playing is not going to help the players, and I think it's very important to have the fans in the stadium. And as I said, St Andrews, is a stadium where when you're on the pitch, you feel the vibes around you, and I still feel it when, especially I score goals. That vibes goes up to the roof.
And what's it like after you've scored the goal and that keep right on resounds round that ground? It's just when you can hear. I've got goosebumps all over me. Go there. You can hear it echoing, and you can hear it echoing all around that stadium. It's a
crazy feeling.
Beautiful moment.
Feeling. Yeah, I don't know how I can explain that feeling, because that's what I was playing for when I was playing football. It's that adrenaline you're feeling, especially after the game. I spent like hours, I can't sleep, I can't calm down because of that feelings. It's amazing. It's the best feeling you can have, especially
we're like that as fans,
Yeah, I know.
Same for us, mate. Honestly, it really is.
That's exactly what I like about. What I like about football, what people like about football is that feeling when you come to the stadium and you feel happy when you have it, and you will be very upset going back if you don't have it. So it's that need of that, excitement, of that adrenaline, to go back, at home, and continue your normal life. But the stadium, the football, being on the pitch, being in the stands, supporting the players, it's a crazy feeling. That's the secret of football and being a football fans as well.
Lovely words. Wow. Whoa. Goosebumps. You know what? We've got a roadmap to be getting back into stadiums now. I can't see much happening this season, to be perfectly honest with you.
No.
But seems to be light at the end of that tunnel. And we've all got to play our part in getting to the end of that tunnel. Each and every single one of us has got to be sensible now for the next few months. Yeah. Let's get to the summer. Let's get rid of this horrible, horrible, horrible illness. And let's get back to normal and, get our Saturdays back to what they were. It's a year ago, Mark. It's a year ago.
And it seems longer. It seems longer.
It does. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Mm.
I just, like everybody else and everybody watching and listening, I just cannot wait. Like you said the other week, Nick, that first key right on when we get back.
Unreal.
Funny,
do you know what I'm going to do, Mark? I am absolutely mean this. Jez, I mean this. Paul, I mean this. Chris, I mean this. And Radhi, I mean this, right? When I hear that song again, I will weep. I will sob my eyes out, and I don't care.
No.
I think I'll sob if we have one up front again, to be honest.
You'll do what?
I think I'll probably cry if it's one up front again.
Well, Nick will only be crying
because
he knows it's his
now. No, but can you?
No, I know what you mean, Nick. Yeah, it's going to be emotional for everyone.
Oh, mate, yeah. Not just us. Look, I'm talking of every single football fan. Sorry, I'm taking my boots off. Every single football fan up and down the country in their own stadiums. And you know what? When we get back to normal, what a glorious day that will be.
Yeah, definitely.
But we've all got to play our part. We've all got to do our bit between now and then.
I think people, they need to take their responsibility, and be more demanding. I don't think we were able to go to the third lockdown and longer lockdown, because psychologically it's killing it's killing most of us. We want to go back to normal life, of course. Stadiums, like we've been speaking, and normal life, that helps. So hopefully we can get back as soon as possible.
Too right. But what does the bit that does upset me is this last year. Well, it's going to be 18 months before. Is that we've missed out a whole year's worth of little kids coming up and going to the football for the first time. And is that going to have a long-term impact on the game?
Possibly. I mean, a lot of people as well will be. I've said it before, but a lot of people will be out of the habit of going. A lot of people will probably have lost interest.
Well, as you know, we work in pubs, right? And I spoke to a gentleman today, and he said, "You know what? I couldn't give a monkey's whether I go to the pub again or not." He said, "I've got so used to staying at home.
Yeah, that's right.
I couldn't give a monkey's whether I go out or not."
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the worry, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I've spoken to a few people who've said the same thing. Really, I think like you're right. You just fall into this. You fall into another routine. The longer it goes on, the more and more you do fall into it.
Do you like a pint, Jess, or two?
Yeah, obviously before a game as well.
Yours.
Where'd you drink?
At the George before the game.
At the George. I think I've seen you there a couple of times. Yeah.
Can't miss it.
Nah.
What's your take on going back to the pub? Can you not wait? Can you simply not wait?
I've missed it like mad. Like you guys, I've missed it crazy. Not going there every other Saturday. You know what I mean?
Where do you got a season ticket, Chase?
Yeah, it's not. Last year I was in the Gilmerry. Then obviously, normally I'm in the Tilton. Obviously, Block 8.
Sorry, Block 8?
Block 8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Block 6. So.
Yeah, normally I'm in Block 8 before. But last season I went with my auntie and that, and my nephew and that. We was all in the Gilmerry lower.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There are people on the chat box accusing you of being, shall I say, you like a drink. I won't tell you who it is. You probably know who it is anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to read them out. I'm going to name and shame.
No. We can't name and
shame. Yeah, early live question coming in for Radhi from Stephen Gill. He's asking, what was it like playing alongside Bruno and Gotta? You were were a brilliant partnership.
Oh yeah, what a lad, you know. Bruno is mostly first time I met Bruno was at Bolton.
Yeah,
and we played, you know, 2 seasons there alongside each others, and obviously we made a great achievement there, taking the club to Europa League. But then when I left the Birmingham, I thought, you know, I remember I checked his hand. I told him all the best, you know, for the future. And then suddenly I found him in Birmingham with me. so yeah, it was a great surprise. Unfortunately, he didn't stay for longer, but he's a good lad. Very, very big experience. He played in France and he played in national team. France national team, played in Italy, and he came to England through Bolton, and we had a really good start of the season, I think, at Birmingham, internally, of course. And we played really good. We made a good partnership. So yeah, it's a huge pleasure, you know, being around him and playing alongside him.
I remember him getting a lovely goal at Newcastle when we beat them 5-1.
I was going to say the cup.
Newcastle.
Is that from a free kick, corner, something like that?
Yeah, rebound, wasn't it? I think Seb
flushed it back in.
Off the wall, and then he sort of like tucked it in the top corner with the inside of his right foot.
That was a good night. That was a good night's work.
Was a good night's work, yeah.
Game, mate. He's a calm, composed. He has a lot of experience, and you can see him during the game. Obviously, you look at him in his face and his eyes. He's so calm. So he give you that, you know, he can send you that positive, you know, energy and confidence naturally.
That's good.
Going back to when you first signed, what did you sort of know about Blues? What did you know about the club? Obviously, I'd imagine you played against us in the Premier League, but did you know much about the club, or were you aware of how big we were, or, you know?
Yeah, obviously Birmingham. You know, for the people who don't know, obviously the year before, I had the opportunity maybe to come to Birmingham. Obviously in the backstage, but obviously I stayed another year at Bolton Wanderers, and I thought I was playing at that time, and I didn't have any feeling to leave. But Birmingham, I played against Birmingham in the Premier League, but everyone knows that generation of Emile Heskey and obviously who's the French guy, you know, who won the World Cup? Dugarry is a superstar. And many players, not to miss, you know, the many players and many generation who played at Birmingham. So I knew from the start I'm going to a big club in a big city, and I know there is a lot of rivalry between, you know, Birmingham and Villa, which is
no.
Which is obvious, and one of the biggest derbies. So yeah, I knew the importance and the value of being a Birmingham player from the start.
And of course, you had Mehdi Nafti there as well. So did that help, having Mehdi there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another point. So Mehdi was like calling me. I said, I heard you coming. I said, I'm not sure yet, but it would be good, you know, to be around you. And Mehdi obviously encouraged me to come. He said we needed you. He said he will help us with the heading, especially in the championship. And I knew from the start I will have, you know, positive impact, because the championship, many teams were direct that time. You put pressure, and then it's the ball in the box. So you have to challenge the first and a second ball, and I was a key for that. So yeah, we had a great team. We had good and balanced team, and then, you know, it's not surprised that we go back, you know, straight away in the Premier League.
Top two, yeah.
Got a few questions coming through the shout box. Drew Crawford wants to know what most impressed you about Shay Adams at Southampton.
Is that for me?
Yeah,
that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I think he has a really good. He's a potential, you know, to be one of the best strikers. Of course, from my experience as a coach now in the academy, especially Southampton Academy, and looking at players like Adams who succeed at Birmingham, so in the Championship, so we challenged him more and we got him in the Premier League. But then, as you can see, we try to introduce him, progressively, and then what an impact he had, for the club, even if progressively and then slowly, but he integrated, the club, the culture, and the way the manager wants him to play. And don't forget, he has in front of him, a player like Inks, who's really successful now. So he had to find, his trades, and he had to find his way of being, someone who plays continuously. So I think, and this is not just for me, from the manager, Ralph Hasenhüttl. He knows he's a hard worker. He knows he's someone who has ambition. And he knows that he's a team player, so he'll work hard for the team, and he will do everything needs, for him to have a positive impact. So I think he's part of the Southampton setup now. I don't think the manager he can't get rid of him, because he's an important player in the squad.
Interesting. A couple of good comments through. Gaynor Robinson says, "Can anybody remember when Radhi danced in front of the goalkeeper to put him off?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Stephen Chaos is what a beast Radhi was. Don't think we had a player quite so dominant in the air since.
No.
So there you go. Looks like you was well loved at the Blues, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to give us a little demo, Radhi? A little dance.
only if you do.
I would love to. It was a Tunisian dance. I need the Tunisian music. Oh yeah.
I
had the referee that week after that game telling me. I think we scored the goal from there, in St Andrews. I think the next game was Fulham or something like that. And the Sir Brucey came to me during the week. He said, the referee said, you're not going to do that in front of the GK because we'll give you a yellow card. So I had to stop it. It was a good distraction.
Yeah, I remember you doing it for Zarate against Everton and Seb Larson against Liverpool. Seb Larson scored an absolute even further out.
And Zarate scored as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good way, to distract the GK.
Yeah, it worked because I think we scored both times you did it.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah.
I would encourage my players to do it now, but I'm not sure about the rules. So.
Yeah, I mean, what's the problem in it? It's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
get a yellow card, but that's not written into the rules, is it?
There's no rule to say you can't do it, is there?
Question on YouTube. Mark Holland says, we won 6 back-to-back 1-0 when we got promoted with Alex McLeish. Remember winning 1-0 at Plymouth. 0 for a 6-1-0 back-to-back wins. It says it's pretty sure that it was Jihadi who scored the winner at Plymouth. Is that right?
No, it was Lee Carsley.
Ah, okay. So he's wrong.
I can't remember scored for Birmingham at Plymouth.
No,
okay. I can't remember.
Okay. So you're wrong.
Jez wants to know, are you still in contact with any former players?
Yeah. Obviously now, not like before. There is a social media. There is, many ways, to keep in touch. Definitely, I'm in touch with Mehdi. Nafti is now coaching in Spain. At times, we exchange, some texts with Miguel Forcel. Who else? Fabrice Mwamba. I met a couple of months ago. Mike Taylor, GK, obviously is coaching as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we spread it out now. We all over the globe. A lot of players retired, and each one of us has his own objectives and his personal life. So it's difficult, especially at this time of the COVID-19 era.
Yeah. And you've also scored in the World Cup finals as well. I remember watching it like it was yesterday against Saudi Arabia, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and that's probably the highlight of my career. Obviously, that goal represents, the hard work and the sacrifice that I made since I was 9 years old. Obviously, coming from a little city in south of Tunisia, where you don't have, what we got now, the academies and the structure and the infrastructure around it. We had nothing.
Yeah.
So I remember I was crying because my boots were ripped and my shorts were small to go to play games. So from there, I found myself in a World Cup and score a goal. It took me years, but I felt like I achieved, something in my career. So so that goal in the World Cup,
amazing,
represents a lot for me.
Yeah. And I guess the dance in front of the goalkeeper comes to a close second place.
Well, look, as a player, I'm committed to help, my teammate, and I do what needs, to score and goal and win the games.
Mm.
And
who was your football idol growing up, Radhi? Who was your favourite player when you was a child?
Yeah, so obviously Tunisia, for the people who don't know, we're really close to Europe. It's just half an hour, to Italy by boat if you can or if you can swim. So I watched a lot of calcio games, Maldini, and Baresi. They were my idol, players. I watched Baresi since I was young, and it was class the way he's playing, and he was a floater with the old system. They're playing the float and the centre backs, and it's amazing how he was developed, that time. And then as I grew up, Baresi retired, and then Maldini came on board, and Maldini was playing all the position in the back four, played left back, right back, centre backs, and he can make the same performance. Obviously, it's amazing. And these are mainly the players that I was really, influenced by. And the Italian football as well. The tactical side of it was kind of influenced. As I grew up more, I opened obviously the doors for more countries in football, and I started to watch more football. I liked Desailly because Tunisia, they always tell me you look like him, in the game. So I was watching him a lot, whether with France and whether when he went to England playing for Chelsea. So he was an aspiration, even when we had Roger Le Maire in Tunisia as a international coach, and he was coaching the France 98 generation who won the World Cup. So I asked him a lot about him, and he told me a lot of story and a lot of background stories that helped me carry on as well.
Mm.
Did you ever get?
Did you get?
Sorry.
How many international caps did you get?
Overall, I had 105 caps.
Wow.
Amazing.
105. You've only got one head.
Yes, yeah. Every day I change one cap.
I was going to ask Radhi, did you ever get to meet any of your idols growing up? Over the years, did you ever get to meet Desailly or any of them along the way? Yeah.
Funny enough, obviously, I met Maldini, and I was invited as a football legend in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. We had a great, obviously, the FIFA had a legend program as most of the player who played for national team Tunisia. Obviously, I was invited, so we spent a lovely, I think, 15 days, having a legend tournament and a legend presentation for the FIFAs, and we witnessed obviously the draw for the organization, the World Cup organization for USA, between Morocco and USA. It was an amazing experience, but also what was mostly amazing is to meet some like the word legends, and one of them was Maldini. Maldini, I think he had the duty, obviously, to help the FIFA with the organization that time as well. So we played against him in the tournament, and we had a good chat about football and football future, and we had a picture, of course. Lothar Matthäus or Matthäus. The German guy. He's so aggressive. But since he's playing days, of course the big legend Maradona, Ronaldo, a lot of obviously big names. Seedorf, a lot. So it's amazing. It's amazing to find yourself around, these guys.
Now you've got Brown, Paul Ipkiss, Mark Adams, Nick Spall, and Jez on your list. Fancam Gem, Jez, have you got any questions?
Who was your best player while you was at Blues?
Good question.
Oh wow, that would put me in a pressure. And even when you asked me to prepare the team, it was it's hard to make a decision. So my best player that time, I think Mac Jeffrey. He was flying. Obviously, the first year he scored a lot of goals, and every time he shoot, he score. And but also. What I liked as well, he provided some of the good crosses for me to score headers. So him and Seba Larsen. So I maybe choose him, and he's deserved. I think he had the play of the season that year. So he deserved it.
Yeah, good choice. Yeah.
So tell us a bit about yourself then, Jason. So how long have you had a season ticket?
I used to go down there as a kid, and obviously because my dad used to work there, then he obviously took us down there. Then obviously I was there. The season ticket for a couple of years. Then I was there working as a steward.
Okay.
Then obviously I've come back as a fan.
Yeah.
Then obviously I've been supporting the Blues now.
What's the first game you went to?
Leicester away in the FA Cup final, at the FA Cup last year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a good day.
In the fifth round.
Sorry, did you say the last game, Nick, or best game?
No, the last.
The last one. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if Nick asked you the last or the best, sorry.
Yeah, I was at the Leicester away game as well. With Auntie Linda and Sally, and we met Jeremy Bella in the stands. He was injured for that one.
Yeah.
I heard he was in the stand. Yeah.
And what's your favourite Blues moment, Jason?
It's got to be the Wembley Cup final.
Yeah, that's 10 years ago. This coming Saturday.
It is. Yeah.
So I take it, Jason. I take it you're not old enough to remember Leyland Duff one then.
Nah, no one's as old as us. Nobody's as old as us.
That's and I'll play off some stuff, Bruce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how long was you stewarding?
7 years.
Oh right, that's a fair whack. Yeah.
Did you just do it for the free ticket?
Nah.
I would have. I would have.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would have. To be fair, at the minute.
I would have. Stop anybody though.
Yeah, the fans would have got away with drinking beer and smoking cigarettes if I was a steward, because I just wouldn't have been facing them at all.
In the mosh pit.
Oh dear.
Just a really nice comment from Pat. She said, "It's about time this show won an award."
It is, isn't it? Yeah, we came close once, didn't we, Chris?
We did. We came very, very close. Pat, if you want to give us an award, that's fine.
Yeah.
Jason Hughes says, Maldini, best fullback ever.
Oh yeah, I was going to say he's the best defender I've ever seen in my life. Maldini, he was just something else when he was incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal player. And Baresi, like Radhi says, Franco Baresi as well was. And later on as well with Maldini was Alessandro Nesta as well. He was phenomenal as well. It was great. Yeah.
Radhi, who did you support as a kid? Who did you grow up supporting? Who was your team?
That's a quite interesting question, and I always try to review and reflect on myself. Am I normal or not? I never supported team. Actually, I always supported the team who I worked for or I played for.
No, okay.
Very diplomatic answer. Very
diplomatic.
No, on a serious note, it's never been diplomatic. I now support the teams that I worked for.
To be honest, we've had a few players who've said exactly the same. So yeah.
But I like watching football in general. I love to watch, especially now with my job as a coach. I like to watch football. I'm talking to you now, and there is a TV in front of me, and it's a game of football now. So it's became part of my rituals. And looking at the football in different way and different aspects is something that I do now. So
you watch much yourself, Radhi? I must admit, if I was ever a professional footballer, I'd be obsessed. I'd probably watch myself on YouTube every day, especially if I scored in the World Cup for England. So do you watch much of yourself? Do you watch much of your days play?
It happens. It's happened to me to go back and watch a couple of games. Obviously, before nowadays we have the CDs, and the other day I was obviously tidying up my office and I found a couple of CDs, and I watched them. So a couple of games, international games, and then it's amazing how your perception could change when you now in a different role. I used to be a player, and I look at myself and I say, "Oh, I was bad. No way, no way. How I can do these, mistakes?" Now I see myself. Obviously, I see myself as a coach. So I see all the principles and specific, like position specific, on the line more than looking at myself how like before. So it's totally different, and it's amazing how the people perception could change.
Yeah, sure.
Got a few questions coming in from the listeners. What's your favourite stadium you've ever played at?
Favorite player?
No. Favourite stadium you've ever played at?
Stadium.
Stadiums. I played in a lot of stadiums. A lot of stadiums, obviously.
Was it Plymouth?
Mainly. Say again, Mark.
Plymouth? Was it Plymouth?
Look, well, we're laughing about it, but the English game is totally different. I played in different countries, and I visited a lot of the stadiums. Always the English game is totally different. The atmosphere of the English game is different. The fans are just close to you, 1 meter between you and the fans. You can't find that in any other country. I played in the World Cup. I played in the World Cup 2002, 2006. Totally different, stadiums, 60,000. I played in Egypt, 120,000, and believe me, it was full. So 120,000 full, and all Egyptians. So every time you touch the ball, there's a loud voice that can even put you in the pressure. So let me say, obviously my best days were in the Premier League, I feel, and I enjoyed a lot playing in the Premier League. Maybe Old Trafford is still a great, obviously, and historic, a good monument. Like if you play in it, you have a box ticked. I played with Birmingham against Manchester United in Old Trafford. I played with Bolton Wanderers as well, and I always enjoyed playing in that stadium.
Mm-hmm. Good. Stephen, you're saying, ask Radhi who was his favourite coach and why?
I played under very good coaches. It's difficult to choose because I'm that type of a person who take a bit of every coach. But let me say, I think the arrival of Régis Lemaire to the Tunisian team, it helped me a lot, to find my way, because he answered all of the questions that I had about being professional, get that opportunity to go to Europe. 2003, 2004, they were key moment for me, obviously, to get to make my objectives as being involved in or playing for one of the best league in the world. The Premier League and the Regional Mail obviously helped me to find my way. So I would probably
two more. One from Martin Swinscoe. As a player, when you sign for a club, do you have any input on your wages, or do you put everything in your agent's hands and just accept what he can get for you?
That's a great question.
No, that's a great question. Yeah. So obviously, I take ownership as well. So because I felt the agent is there to support me, not to lead me. So the choice and the negotiation I get involved in. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I urge now, the new generation. As a coach now, I see a lot of young players, young talents, give everything to their agents, which is wrong because, it's only you who know and understand what you want and understand how you want it. So the agent is there to execute what you want, not to give you what you want.
Okay, John Smith, who was the... Oh, it's disappeared. John Smith says, which was your most difficult player to mark?
Which is the most what, sorry?
Difficult player to mark.
Yeah, good one. Very good. I think, I played when there were a really great generation of strikers. There is Thierry and go. But I think Drogba was the most difficult because Drogba has all the technical, physical, and tactical contribute. He can weight really heavy on a centre back physically, but also he can control the ball perfectly, and then he has a great finish. And remember that time at Chelsea had people in the middle like Frank Lampard and co. They can provide quality balls from the back, so it was difficult to manage a player like him. I played against him in Ivory Coast. He was not as effective as he was at Chelsea, and obviously the difference is, with my respect to all the Ivory Coast players that time with him, but when I played him against Chelsea at Bolton, we drew the first game 2-2 and they scored a goal, but obviously we scored 5 after that. We lost 5 against them, and it's a big team.
And one from me. Did you ever play against England?
No. One of the box I didn't tick, and I was really disappointed. I'm still disappointed now, and I'm angry because you reminded me about it. It's
well done, Nick.
It's
you're in Belgium. I don't care.
Yeah, it's when I was, I think, 22 years old. I was one of the youngest centre back in the Tunisian squad, and we were preparing for the World Cup '98.
Yeah,
and obviously the manager at that time, he chose not to pick me for the full squad to go to travel to the World Cup. I was really upset. Right. And I missed the '98 first game against England. Obviously I love to play against England because I like the English style, but also it was opportunity to mark Alan Shearer at that time. It was in the height. I played against Alan Shearer after that, and I marked him against Newcastle, and they revenged. But it's not as the World Cup.
Oh, Roddy, apparently you're wrong. You did score the winner against Plymouth. A 1-0 win. Apparently, 2 people have just confirmed it. And they've Googled it as well.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Really? Was that at home? That must have been at home then.
No,
that must have been at home.
Scored in a 1-0 win at Plymouth. Google it.
When was that? In
November the 4th, 2006.
Oh, okay. It must have been. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Lee Carsley's goal under McLeish. Yeah,
that's the only one who scored as well. Is that 75?
Yeah. There you go. Good.
I'm sure Matthew. To be honest, Paul, I think Matthew Upson scored against Plymouth, the header. I'm sure it's Upson.
Yeah, Radhi, I remember it now. Now Chris has said it. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it was off a corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
Was that a corner or cross? I can't remember.
It was a corner.
And a question from Ray. For Radhi, if you were managing a big game tomorrow, how would you motivate your players?
Oh, wow. Probably that's one of my best contribute, motivating the players. I think motivating players it's not for one day, it's not for 2 days. It's a long-term process, and that link and connection you make with the players. One of the things obviously I do as a coach now is understanding my players and understand their background, and mostly understand their motivators. Because you have 22, 25 players. Each player has his own motivators. Some could be the money, some could be the different aspects. Some do it for their families, and basically, you have to find the way how we're gonna get the message across. And for a game like tomorrow, let's say Birmingham City play against Norwich, it's one of the things I use is basically they're in the top position and they probably feel easy to go and play against us. So go and make it difficult for them, and then the pressure's on them, because obviously they're the top team. They need to provide the right performance, but also they need to win against us. So we're gonna use that to in our favor. So being patient, working hard for each other's, make sure we keep the principle and the strategy, especially that we prepare right. I know from the fact Norwich they're a team who like to set the intensity, like to work hard, and then on the front foot and try to press. So yeah, these are the aspects obviously to add. But something is do it for the fans who's not there, who are waiting for us as well. In this moment, you have to do it. You have to feel the vibes from the fans, and have to feel the people who's behind, but they're not. They can be present. So just go and do it for this.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Paul, got anything in the week?
No, we're just going to be live now, aren't we, Nick? But there's a couple that have come in.
Okay.
In the last.
You've got no questions from in the week then?
Yeah.
Do you want to do 11 now, bud?
We can do. Yeah, I've just got a couple of questions. So, couple more questions. So I can't remember who asked it earlier, Radhi, but what was the camaraderie like in the blue squad that you were in, and have you got any good funny stories or pranks that you can tell us about?
Listen, we had an amazing, atmosphere in the changing room, that period. I can't really remember pranks, but I know some players with a lot of pranks, and when you invite them, guys, they probably can tell you the stories. But I know Nicholas Bantner was someone who really he make me laugh. But he's someone who I really like when he was playing for us and scored a lot of goals. There were young generations, Fabrice Mwamba and Seb Alassane and co. And I spent a lot of time, with Mehdi Nafti, who were even neighbours. Mehdi is someone as well you need to know. As much as he looks serious, on the pitch, he's a funny guy. So
yeah,
I don't really. I'm boring on that aspect. I don't like a lot of pranks.
Yeah, no problem. And
I know. We go for parties sometimes. Here's the one for you. We go for parties, and we think, we finish the party, we go home, and then obviously we try to go on the day off, and there is no risks. But Steve Bruce still have the information. We couldn't understand how we get it. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. And who's the best player you've ever played against in your whole career as a player?
Was it Drogba?
I played against Ronaldo when he was at East Up as well. Ronaldo Manu, I think the last couple of years he developed and he improved a lot and becomes really important for that Manchester United team. So it was difficult to stop. Probably I put him in that category as a harder player, to control as a defender. So you need at least one or two of your teammates. Yeah.
And okay, so Nick's mentioned you 1 to 11 then. So you picked the team from the best players that you played with for us during your 3 and a bit years with us. So yeah, you going 4-4-2?
I tried obviously to cover. I was thinking about my favorite shape, but then I said okay, because of the players' availability and obviously the players I choose, they need to be in the best day for us to go and win tomorrow against Norwich.
Mm. Far away then. Tell us your team.
Okay, so we have Mike on the goal in the goal. I think Mike he has a great experience. I was thinking about Doyle because Doyle as well. He had a great season when he took over and he helped us massively. But I want for the experience and considering the career he made, he could be the starter in my team. And then I go to the right, David Murphy. I think he was steady. He was steady. He was so calm, composed on the ball, and he knows he has a good supporting time when to go forward and when to defend. We played alongside him on the right side, and I felt really comfortable to pass him the ball even under pressure, and he get away with it. Martin Taylor as a right centre back. We had a really good partnership as well when Bruno left, and we had a good season in the promotion season. Despite he hasn't a lot of experience that time, as he helped massively, and he was listening and then doing really well in his position. On the left, I put Liam Ridgewell, left centre back. Liam, obviously, he came from the neighbours. Okay, and
hey,
well done.
the last week or the last day of the window transfer in the summer, to help us in the Premier League campaign. But obviously, he was young, but also he brought that energy and equality on the left side to help and support. Alongside him, Franco Drew. I feel like he deserves to be there as well because Frank has a vast experience from France to England, played for Middlesbrough. But then when he came with us, obviously he gave us equality with his range of passing, with his distribution on the left side, and even he played left centre back as well when he needed. But also he was kind of a leader on and off the pitch. He has his voice in the changing room. He has his voice on the pitch, and he put a lot of weight in the squad. In the middle, so. One of the reasons I chose obviously to play 4-4-2 is because we had some good choices from both squads 2006-2007 season and over in the Premier League season. But if you want to have two midfielders, you need to have kind of balance. And I thought I was difficult to choose between Fabrice Muamba as a holding midfielder and Mehdi Nafti. So I leave it for the fan to choose one of them. If I'm a coach tonight and I had to decide between them, I won't sleep probably, because both they're hard workers. Both they can put their body on the line. Both can tackle. Both can add a really much to the team. Alongside them, I put Wilson. Palacio, he was a quality player. Yeah. I didn't see him much, develop, but he developed massively and progressively when he was at Birmingham. He ended up probably one of the important players in the middle. So he has that really good touch, and he has a good of understanding when to join the box and when to keep the balance for the team, and he has good quality to dribble and pass the ball. So that's why I kept him, in the midfield with one of the Warriors, Fabrice and Mehdi Nafti. In the wide areas, obviously in the middle, I put Seba Larsen on the right. Seba is a really clever player, but also he has the technical skills and has the understanding, obviously, to fulfill that position from inside out, outside in, and make some good crosses. Obviously, he's a specialist in the free kicks, but also he can make a good crosses, in the box, for the right strikers to go and score goals. So Seba, he can put the energy as well, and he can put a lot of recovery runs, to defend and help the team to defend and make some good tackles. On the left, in the middle, I put Gary McJeffrey. So Gary, I could put him in the middle as well, but I think in this system he can be very effective because he's the type of players who can push the ball and run. He can exploit the space, exploit the space behind the opposition fullback. But also he has the confidence to go inside and go in the middle and look for the combination with the strikers. That's why I put two different type of strikers. I put Miguel Forsell, and I put Nicholas Bantner up front. So Nicholas, that time, even if we don't have the opportunity to play out and play through the opposition, we can look for him, high, and he can flick it and he can hold it. He has a really good physical presence, but also has good technical touch. So he really can help on that aspect, on that second option, or another option is from playing out. And Mikel Forsell, who can score goals. He can sniff goals. He has a good touch inside the 18-yard box. He probably can't, link up, in the mid third. But as soon as we get to the final third, he can score goals. That's why when you have Seba on the right and you have McJeffrey on the left who can cross goals. So we have someone like Nicola Butner who can head it if it's higher balls, far post, middle post. But you have, Miguel Forsell who can, make that clever runs in behind and in between the centre backs, and he can score goals. And if you add one of the middlets in the box, we can end up with 4 in the final third. So this is how I see the team. Of course, there is a vast choice, from both squads, as I said, these that 2 years. But it was difficult for me, but I felt like this is probably a team I can go and win with.
That's a really good team. Really good team, Radhi. Who would be your captain in that team? And who would be the manager as well, head coach?
Wow. So the manager, I would probably choose Steve Bruce because of the achievement we made that year. Yeah. And obviously he built that team. Even Alex McLeish, I felt, we had a good, a successful period, but I wasn't involved, so I left that time. So Alex Bruce is the manager of that team, I think, and there is a quite a strong character in this team. So any one of them can be a captain. From my coach perspective, I would love, the captain to be a midfielder. But I think we all agree in Frank Kudru as a strong character, and the way he looks on the pitch could be that time. Even the way he speaks to the referees, and then he has a really good, way of influencing. So I would put him at the captain as well.
Yeah, and let's throw this out to our viewers. So who are we going to choose, Fabrice Mwamba or Mehdi Nafti?
Ooh, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and we'll go for the most votes off our viewers. It's going to come in the shout box, ready. So we'll let our viewers decide. Mehdi Nafti.
Keep your eye on it, Paul.
So do I have to decide, or let the
not you. Not you. We'll let our viewers do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's your mate.
People decide.
I know Mehdi Nafti's your mate.
Going back to your career, Radhi, were you one for keeping shirts and memento? What sort of souvenirs have you got for your career? Did you keep any blue shirts, or did you swap shirts? Or?
Yeah, I have a box of blue shirts. I have a box, and I put some of them in frames. I have them in my office back in England. Obviously, it remind me of a good time. I think I have a boot as well. I kept my Nike Tiempo boots, from Birmingham.
What part of England? Because I know a couple of lads that might want to break in.
I can
eat
give
me
them
and
sandwiches.
Chris.
I still have even the training kit. I still have the big coat of Birmingham. Obviously, I have a box and I keep it in my souvenir place, and it's written Birmingham City on it. And I have a training kit. I have the coat, the big coat, and I have the lot of t-shirts, like whether from Premier League time or from the Championship time as well.
You kept a lot. So a lot of players don't keep anything. Some players do, and some players don't keep anything. But it sounds like you kept the club shop.
I would.
You are the club shop.
You didn't break in, did
you? I would be surprised players don't keep souvenirs, but
some don't.
I'm not too much souvenirs, to be fair, but I kept that, so I believe players will kept more than that.
Yeah. And going back again, got another question. What was it like playing in the African nations?
Oh, it's amazing. If you don't play in African nation, you miss the half of your career, to be fair. And no, I'm not exaggerating. The African nation is a huge a tournament with all the difficulties and all the challenges. You have to like the African nations.
Yeah.
I played 5 African nations and I won the 2004 in Tunisia.
Wow. Yeah,
but all the other 4 are great experiences, and playing in Mali, I think 2000, played in Ghana, Nigeria 2002, 2004 Tunisia, 2008 I played in Egypt, and it's in each African nation has his own reality, and it depends of the country or the African nation. So the African players in general are unpredictable in the game. So you don't know, you can dominate the game, but you still can lose it, because there is a lot of talent and a lot of individuality, and they need just one second, to make that extraordinary, skills and smash a ball from 40 yards and put it in the goal, or he can dribble 2-3 players in a round, the corner, and then he can score a goal from impossible angles. So these are unpredictable stuff. But then lately, looking at the African nation, I think it developed a lot, and this go back to the contribute that Europe academies and teams that add to the African players in general, because African players come with the talent already, natural talent. Natural talent could be physical, could be technical skills, from the street, from the city, and then they find that organization and that structure, in Europe academies, and then obviously they come back, to play for the country, and it's amazing how that can make the difference, in back in the African nations and all.
It's good.
And even in
blend,
the World Cup now, and even in the Cup, you can see teams stepping up and go to the quarterfinals. African team go to the quarterfinals, and this is because the how the African nation, African football developed.
It seems like the gaps shrunk in the African nations, because I used to watch it myself in the early 90s. Cameroon would always do well, but then you have Guinea, and there's like a big gulf. But nowadays it seems a lot more narrow. There's not much in it.
Yes, true, very true. Now, Tunisia, in my era, we go to Africa most of the teams, and we won 5, we won 6-0, and then we go back. We go straight off to the qualification World Cup, and we go to play against teams, presumably, obviously, they're not strong enough. But now there is not that feeling. Tunisia now can lose 1-0 against teams who we used to smash 6-0. And this is not just because Tunisia level, but the level has going up. And you just need to look at the last African nation, the one Algeria won, I think in Egypt, and look like a team like Benin, who never been qualified to African nation in his history, and then he go to the African nation. I think they qualified to the second round, which is amazing because of the way and the effort that some countries make, but also the CAF Federation making a lot of work. A lot of former players now who had a great career, but also they converted and obviously recycled to either coaches or directors or sporting directors or even members with the CAF Federation, and they have a lot of contribution into develop football and still developing, hopefully, because the awareness is there now. A lot of former players now, they started obviously to going through their diplomas and going through their recycling time without rushing, to understand the needs, because no matter what career you make, and this is from my experience point of view, no matter what career, no matter game or caps played for national team, coaching or sporting director or directing is totally different to that experience. Your experience will add value, of course, but you need to understand and learn, especially learn and get to that education to get the best as you can, for you for the country or for your country or for football to benefit from you. And this is something that just started. I'm not saying it started, and you can feel it. You can feel it.
Interesting. Because when you had the World Cup in South Africa, wow, what a spectacle! But I'll tell you what,
2010, isn't it?
The only thing I'm pleased that we didn't adopt in the United Kingdom is the vuvuzela.
That didn't last long, did it?
Oh, mate,
the big headache.
You know what? I tell you what. I mean, like, we thrive on crowd noise and crowd singing, and that's a spectacle of the British game, isn't it? And you don't get that everywhere. You watch American football, not football, and like that. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
but
that was the only time
you get an English crowd, and they all start singing as one in harmony. 25, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 people all singing that same song. There is just not a sound like it in the world. Nothing beats it.
No.
That was the only time I ever turned off my back speakers in my living room when that World Cup was on.
Really?
Yeah, them vuvuzelas drove me insane every game.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. It's because it's one pitch. That's what it is, isn't it?
Paul, I wouldn't mind one for my collection.
Yeah,
but just to leave it there, not to play it, just to leave it there.
Chris, have we got the Who?
We have got the Who.
Who are you?
And it's down here.
So, Radhi, he's gone.
Yes, I can hear. Sorry, just give me.
Radhi, where have you gone?
He's doing his dance.
He's looking for those souvenirs. He's going to give us. Oh, there he is.
The laptop is out of charge.
Yes, okay. I need a charger.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't offended him over the vuvuzela.
So yeah, what we're doing now, Radhi, we're going to play a clip of someone talking that you've played with, or was at Blues at the same time as you. And if you know who it is, just tell us the first letter of his surname, and we'll let our viewers see if they can get it.
Okay.
So I give the first letter of his.
If you know
of his surname, yeah. If you know who it is. So Chris is going to play a clip now of him speaking.
So turn your headphones up. Okay, you ready?
Oh wow!
Here we go.
Wow,
here we go.
This is gonna be a big challenge.
Here we go.
My mother and dad, they both liked good music, and so I listened quite a lot when I was younger. And when I was 9 until 10, I had some guitar lessons. But
That's a lot.
Oh wow! Guitar lessons.
The next sentence would have given it away, so we didn't play anymore.
One more time. One more time.
Here we go.
my mother and dad, they both liked good music, and so I listened quite a lot when I was younger. And when I was 9 until 10, I had some guitar lessons, but...
Ooh.
I'll put my ear to the speaker, and I can't get that at all.
No,
I've got no chance.
Jason, you got any idea?
Is he Frank and Drew?
Yeah.
No way, Frank. You
No,
don't speak like that.
No, Frank was with French,
I
wasn't he?
think I know him.
Go on,
It's
then.
not Frank Woodrew. No, it's not Frank Woodrew.
Do I need to say the first letter of his
It's the
name?
first letter of his surname, yeah.
So family name, yeah?
Yeah, family.
Just
L. Is that
L?
L? Yeah.
No.
Oh, who did you think it was?
Hang on, I'll give you
Seba Larsen.
There's a few guesses coming up on.
He's definitely is not an English, so...
No. So Ray says Forsell. John says Seb Larsen. Nigel says Nafty. Jez says Nafty.
No way.
Michael Wood says Bentner. Stephen Gill says Nafty. Gaynor says Quadru. And Michael says Seb Larsen.
Who did Jason reckon it was?
Frank Quadru.
Jason
Nah.
says
No.
interesting. No one's got it. No one's got it.
You know who it is, Paul?
Yeah.
You know who it is.
He
Right.
said-
Did Roddy play with him much?
I don't think much, no, because he didn't play for us that much. So if I did, like, if we did somebody that played over loads of games, then it'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
Too easy. A few more guesses coming in. It's Ricky Otto having a spliff. It's Mario Melchit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was a quality moment in radio, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
Larson, Richard Kingston. Some great guesses. Miles
Who
off.
won the Nafty Mwamba debate? Did anybody count the votes?
Oh no. No. I'll have a look in a bit. I'll have a look back.
Okay.
I'll have a
think
look
it's
back in a
close.
second. Yeah.
I think he's pretty close. I can see why you were stuck with that, Radhi. To be fair, our fans are as well.
Yeah.
It's a very split opinion.
Yeah. No one's close. Are they?
I'm shocked now because the voice it's a bit close to Seba Larsen, but it's not.
Yeah, I'll have another listen. Here we go.
And I'm trying to.
That they both liked good music, and so I listened quite a lot when I was younger, and when I was 9 until 10, I had some guitar lessons, but.
Okay. I think I recognize. Is he in the midfielder or something? Black hair, long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me remember. I think he came 2007, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it is now.
Still none of our viewers have got it.
French guy, yeah? French.
Alexander Fleb?
Oh, someone's got it. Jim
French.
Shepherd, well done. Well done to Jim Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
Well done.
Yeah. You got it?
Well, do you know what? I wouldn't have even read that out, to be honest with you. I'm not being funny, but, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't there long.
He wasn't French, though. He wasn't French.
No, okay.
Or he isn't French.
Okay, so
All right, okay. Now that somebody's got it and Radhi can't see that, give him the first letter of that surname and then see if he can get it.
D.
So it's D.
Yeah. I have the name. 1 second.
Second letter E.
Do you remember when we played them up the road at home and Mikel Forsell equalised with the header? This guy put the cross in for Mikel Forsell's header in the derby when we equalised to make it 1-1.
No, he's not going to. How do you remember that?
It's not Daniel something.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That's
think for Batman villain.
Yeah, that's his first name.
It's a Ridder, yeah. Daniel
Ridder. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
He didn't stay long. He was a shy guy. He was really he didn't stay for long.
Yeah.
No.
That was off the scale in difficult levels, though.
Yeah.
It really was.
Brett said,
that's what makes it fun, Nick. Isn't it? I could put Steve Bruce on, and we'd all be over in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Paul, not being funny, but could you do it just for me?
I'll do Trevor Francis next week just for you, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'll probably get it wrong and get Ian Danter.
Would you have got that, Jason?
No.
That was a hard one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch. Yeah,
he's Dutch. That's it.
He was quite a silky player, wasn't he? He was decent. He had a decent first touch, but just didn't play much.
Didn't really happen for him, did it?
Midfielder.
He's a good. He's a good player. He didn't match. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time, and I don't think that's why he probably was upset. Much upset.
Okay, all right. Okay, so it's Norwich tomorrow night, then, guys. Paul, your prediction, please.
I'll go 1-1.
1-1. Chris Brown.
4-0.
2.
Blues.
All right. Just clarifying.
I said it last week and we won, so I'm just going to keep it
Jason.
going.
2-1 Blues.
Mark.
I'm going to go 1-0 Blues.
Radhi.
I think I'm gonna go 1-0. So do I have to say another score?
No.
Because Mark mentioned 1-0, or we keep it.
No. That's fine.
Yeah, my reason is the Blues tomorrow. They should play for clean sheet, and then hopefully they will have opportunity to score a goal in one of the set plays or something like that. So
I hope I'm wrong. But I can't see us getting a result there. It's half time. Brighton 0, Crystal Palace 1 currently. I can't see us getting a win. Linda's gone for 6-0 to Blues. We're on a roll. Brenda's gone 2-1 Blues. Ray Bragger 1-0 Blues. Paul Sturdale 2-1 Blues. I'm going to have to go 1-2. I'm going to get slaughtered for this. Because I never predict the Blues to lose. But I just can't see us getting a win now tomorrow night. I can't help it, but there you go.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah. Question came in earlier from Craig as well for you, Radhi. Craig Courtney. He just asked Radhi what his thoughts on Valerie are and what he will bring to Birmingham.
Oh,
yeah. Obviously, I coached Jan, for 3 years with Southampton, and I saw him grow up, to be where he is now. And he had a really good first season with the first team, scored a couple of goals, scored in Old Trafford, great goal. But obviously last season he had a couple of injuries and that held him. So with the arrival of the new players in Southampton, he couldn't find, the continuity on playing football. Championship and I think Birmingham needs someone like him. He can give choice to the manager to play whether as a right back or he can play as a wing back. Originally he's a wing back, so he has all the contribution and the technical skills to go forward and create some crossing opportunity. Jan is a young, so he needs a little bit of patience, and he needs needs support from the leaders and from the older players who's in the squad. So he'll bring some good quality on the ball going forward for the teams and create a lot of injuries in the final third. And from my understanding, Birmingham now need to score goals. They need to score more goals, and he can help with that.
Okay, some very interesting one coming in. Michael 1-0. Pete Taylor's gone for 3-1 to the Blues. That would be an absolute blessing. We are into the last 15 minutes, lovelies, and I'm going to do it tonight. Anything to do with football and cartoons and football. We've won a game, so let's have a bit of fun right at the end. Anything to do with cartoons and football. Off you go.
And Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, what's your favourite goal you've ever seen at St Andrews?
That you can remember when you're sober.
Yeah.
Because apparently you like a drink.
Yeah.
Like Nick.
Well, it's got to be Craig Gardner's West Ham semi-final.
Oh, yeah, what a night.
Quality.
What a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? All of them goals were special, weren't they, on that night? They were proper special. And you know what? There's no way. I thought I was just going to go home dead miserable again. And have them up the road all ripping us and one thing and another. And not only did we beat them in the quarterfinals, not only did we beat West Ham, mate. We broke 10 years ago and we held it high.
Yeah, and Tom Ross that note as well.
Tom Ross as well.
It's amazing to think. It's amazing to think that it's 10 years ago this coming Saturday, and we've got maybe something special lined up, haven't we, Chris? Maybe.
Maybe. Can't say too much.
Said too much already.
That's all I'm going to say.
Radhi, did you watch the Carling Cup final yourself? Did you remember watching it?
Maybe. It's been a long time. Maybe I was playing a game. I can't remember really much.
2011 when we beat Arsenal. Obafemi Martins scored the winner. And Nicholas Bednar was playing against us as well. He came on as a sub, I think. He didn't start the game, did he?
Yeah,
that's right.
I think I watched it. Well, when was that?
2011. 10 years ago this coming Saturday.
No, I mean the month and the season.
February.
Yeah, probably I was playing or something like that. 2011. 2011.
You're probably on the split with Ricky Otto. Okay, we've got some coming in. Here we go. We've got Tom and Jerry Gill. I like that one. John Flintstones, Mickey McCarthy, Miko Sylvester. That's good. Aidan Flintstones, Jardian Hyde. Return of the Jardis is what we've been basing this one on all week, haven't we? Wiley Coyote. Yeah. Anybody get that one?
Yeah.
Adam Wilkes. Yeah. No, I'm lost on that one. Pepe Le Pew. I don't know.
What about
Peppa Pig Rayner?
What about Scooby Doo Gary?
Oh,
that's decent. That is, Mark.
That's a good one for you.
Normally
rubbish from you.
That's a surprise. You lot are nutters out there, honestly. You're absolutely mad as that.
Hot and chocolate. Jack and Ori Grealish.
No, Chris. That's a £10 fine if you mention that name.
Oh, sorry.
What about the Danny Simpsons?
Oh.
The Simpsons, isn't it?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Clayton Donald Duck.
What about Safe Ji Sung Park?
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Teenage Mutant Martin Skirtle.
That wins it. That's the winner.
That's a good one. I'll set the bar that has.
Teenage Mutant Martin Skirtles. I love that.
Where did Pete Taylor get them from?
Taylor, well done, mate.
The cracker.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Radhi, if you're wondering what's going on here, it's a word association, like the cartoons and footballers' names. Yeah.
It's either love it or hate it, Radhi, to be perfect.
Yeah, it's Marmite.
Maradona Duck. Do you know this is going to burst one of my blood vessels one of these weeks?
No, I don't think anything's going to beat Teenage Mutant Martin Skirtle.
No, that was a good one.
Hang on. There's a few minutes left yet, Paul. You know what this lot are like out there. Oh dear. Golly.
Oh dear. Making me laugh.
Who are the best, Radhi, who are the best players you're coaching at the moment then? Who's the best players you're coaching now?
Yeah, who can we have?
Yeah.
Basically. Who can we have?
Is that a Cercle Bruges at Belgium?
Yeah.
Oh, there is some good talents here. Obviously, as I said, Monaco. There's a obviously Monaco's owning the Cercle Bruges, and there is a big and a huge a program between both teams, and we have 6 players who came along from Monaco. So we have we have some players with a great talent that just need time and patience. We have Anthony Musaba. He's originally from Holland. He's probably one of the quickest players in the league. He scored a couple of goals for the team, but also his contribution to the team is huge.
Is he like the cold and the wind and the rain?
But
Yeah.
he's only 20 years old. He can be a superstar in the future. We have Eke Agbo, who's on loan from Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he can be. He scored 11 goals already. He was a striker. He's a good talent, and the list can go bigger, but there is some good talent who definitely can be a future.
Where is your club
in the Premier League?
Where are the clubs standing at the moment in the Belgium league?
Yeah, so the club is basically now I think fourth down the bottom.
Oh, okay.
They have a really good start to the season. They were fourth on the top. Actually, Paul Clement was the manager, and then they had like 11 games in a row with no winning. So they have a really bad run.
Are you twinned with Birmingham City?
Yeah.
So the club decided to change the manager, and they had a couple of good wins in the cup games, and then last Saturday we had the first win away against a team who was in the same area. So yeah, it's a good step going forward.
Is there a big rivalry with Club Brugge? What's the rivalry like between the two?
It's a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're both sharing the main stadium.
Oh, cool.
There's a nice stadium of around 40,000, and they're both sharing it. But it's a both club in the same city, and it's a huge rivalry between them.
Incredible. Right, I'm going to read a few more of these out before we go. It's a couple of minutes to 9. Here we go. Andy Pandiani. We've got Mickey Duff. Don't start me. Postman Dennis Pratt. Hong Kong Fooey de Cantona. Marmalade Duke. Wayne Looney Tunes. David Speedy Gonzalez.
Nick, I can see the best one. It's going to crack you up.
Lee Campdown Racist.
No, that's not it.
Brazilian Fred Flintstones. Nigel Foghorn Gleghorn. Mutley Camp. Wacky Backy Racist.
That's for Ricky Otto.
Oh, David Dundance Kid. We've got the Danger Ward Pros. Captain, who's that caveman?
Captain Caveman.
Jim Franco Gonzalez. I'm crying. I'm absolutely crying. Oh my God, there's been so many come in. Bernard Sundance Kid. Oh, I've got two more, 3 or 4 more to do. Jisung Park. Jisung South Park, sorry. Nick Bambi, Ricky Pluto. Super Mario Balotelli. Tweeters Pierre to Shilton and Casper Schmeichel. Oh my God, I never thought they'd get any, honestly.
You did well there. You did well.
If we don't see the reference to Ricky Otto's interview,
that's brilliant.
Last week, guys.
That was
well, I don't know, but that has been off the scale tonight.
Backy races.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh dear.
Right then, come on.
Well, it's a couple of minutes to 9, and Jason, thanks ever so much for being with us on Fan Cam tonight, matey. And it's just say what you want to say to the people.
Well, hopefully we can turn this season around, and hopefully we can stay up.
Nice.
And obviously try to keep the faith, and hopefully we can believe in this team to get us where we need to be.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
And we can all get back again.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh, there's so many more coming in. I can't read any more out.
Don't look. Come on, we've got to go. We've got to go. Come on.
David
all right.
Shut up.
You want to say, Paul?
David Smurfy.
Oh, what a play on words that was. So, this has been it. It's been the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Borough Sports, Garrison Copy Company. I have good friends at SAS Autos. Excuse me, the Blues Trust, and somebody else that I've missed. Of course, I had good friends at Borsey Labour Club. Thanks ever so much for being with us tonight. Jason, thank you for being with us. Mark, thank you so much again.
That's all right. Pleasure as always.
And Mr. Hipkiss, thank you.
Pleasure as always. Good night, all.
Mrs. Brown.
There you go.
And from myself, good night, God bless, keep right on. But the last few words of the show tonight, belong to Radhi Jaidi. Radhi.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Thank you, everyone, for this invite. It's really sympathetic, a chat with you. It reminded me of the one of the best, obviously, period I spent in the Midland and specifically in Birmingham. And, obviously, my son is born in Birmingham. He always, when I see him, I remember the Blues. So
what's your son's name?
Will stay forever.
What's your son's name?
MJ.
MJ is a blue nose.
Yeah. And obviously the memories stay for life. And
yes, they do. They do. And ours do as well. And ours do.
Yeah. My family, they enjoyed they enjoyed the Midland, they enjoyed Birmingham, and they had obviously the great period there. So we always look forward to go back.
Excellent.
As soon as the opportunity.
Well, when you come back, hit us up, mate. We'll meet you down at the Blues, and we'll have an Effis or two.
Definitely. So
okay, few comments coming in. The usual standard, boys. As always, keep right on, ladies and gents. Next week we've got Marlon King on the show. Great show tonight. All keep right on, Radhi. There's loads of those. Brilliant show. Keep right on. Very good show tonight. Keep right on. Blah blah blah. It goes on and on and on. Radhi Jaidi, thank you. Sorry, that's ouch. I think I should have done that.
No.
Ever so much for being with us, Chris Brown, Paul Hipkins, Mark Adams, Jason Pancam, and from myself. Good night. It's been a blast. Take care. Keep right on. Let's get another 3 points tomorrow.